Good morning. We're looking at Acts 7, verses 7 through 14. But I will judge the nation that they serve, God said, and after that they shall come out and worship me in this place. God punished Egypt with plagues and drowning. They came out of evil in order to worship. Came out of evil in order to worship. They're going to actually kind of play act what the Christianity is about. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. So Abraham became the father of Isaac and circumcised him on the 8th day, and Isaac became the father of Jacob, and Jacob of the 12 patriarchs. Circumcision became the sign of the covenant for Israel. It's giving life itself. And the covenant was passed down through these descendants of Abraham. And the patriarchs, jealous of Joseph, sold him into slavery, or sold him into Egypt. But God was with him and rescued him out of all of his afflictions and gave him favor and wisdom before Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and made him a ruler over Egypt and over his household. Again, Stephen emphasized the spiritual presence of God with Joseph all the time. Joseph did not need to go to the temple to be close to God. There was no need, there was no temple. Instead, God was with him all the time. I am with you always, a little thing from the New Testament. Stephen mentioned the story of Joseph because he pictures Jesus, in that the sons of Israel rejected Joseph, who later became a savior to them. And he was the only possible savior for them at the time. Now came a famine throughout Egypt and Canaan, and a great affliction, and our fathers could not find food. But when Jacob heard this, that there was grain in Egypt, he sent out our fathers on the first visit. Only 10 sons came to Egypt. Benjamin stayed home. And on the second visit, Joseph made himself known to his brothers, and Joseph's family became known to Pharaoh. And Joseph sent and summoned Jacob and his father and the kindred, and 75 persons all were in all. Genesis 46:27 says there were 70 in the family of Israel. Stephen says there were 75. Now, you say, immediately a discrepancy. Stephen quoted the Septuagint of the Old Testament, which says 75. You got to remember, they forgot about counting Joseph and his family, which brings it to 75.